but only with your express permission.
Have you ever asked permission to fart?
No, I haven't actually. That's a good way to start.
Have you ever gone to your good lady or companion at that time and said, permission to fart, sir? Oh, they've given me full fat Coke. I asked for Diet Pepsi.
Right, well,
Fucking hell, it's not difficult. I can't drink this shit. I'll die.
you won't die.
I will actually die with the amount of sugar in this, said he who drank a bottle and a half of wine last night.
Right, now, I don't know whose it. Oh, that's yours.
Oh, it's been compromised now. It's had your dirty hands on it.
So's the fork. Ah, but you don't use it anyway.
Well, I thought that this could be one that I could eat with my hands.
True enough. Your hands.
Now, normally I do deploy a fork. The fork of destiny. But I thought today I might go for hands.
Hands of destiny.
Do you think that the gentleman always goes boobs first?
Oh, yeah. Are you a gentleman?
I like to think so.
If you was a lady...
I bet he eats it. Oh?
If you was a lady, would you do you?
You mean would I masturbate? Oh, would I do me?
Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Don't blame you.
I could do better. I'm way out of my league.
I wish the chips weren't soggy.
See, it's interesting. Now, proper chips should be soggy. They should be wrapped in paper, which will exacerbate the sogginess. And that is how proper chips should be. But chips like this, which are effectively French fries, they should be crispy.
Yeah. Oh, wrong place.
Oh, they put fucking olives in the salad.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't belong. Oh, picture. And you haven't done Grace again. Oh, I'm still recording. Oh well.
I shall do Grace.
So at least the conversation can go in. I'll use it.
Hey?
The car conversation that you won't use. I've got it.
Ah, right, I see. Ah.
Tell it, Grace.
Dear Lord of Spoony Appendage Thingy,
Noodly!
thank you for this food and not giving me a spare rectum.
Rectum.
Imagine if you had two arses.
What do you mean by arse? Do you mean the actual hole?
Yeah.
Or the whole thing?
Yeah.
I suppose it would be handy if you were a lady or a pup. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that, am I? I'll get in trouble again.
Have you been in trouble for saying something like that?
Yeah.
Really, all through?
And you?
Not me.
We both got slated by a lovely homosexual gentleman who said that we should be ashamed of ourselves and that our videos were just full of slander and hatred for the gay community.
Right. Is that true?
Well, it's true that it happened. And this was in a comment on one of our lunch videos. And he said, I quite like the stuff that you do individually. I like the car stuff, yeah, but I'm unsubscribing to you both because you're just offensive.
Thanks for that. I've lost a subscriber because of your lunch videos.
Well, you haven't. And a load of our other subbers jumped in on this. It became a massive debate in the comments. They're all gone now. He deleted them.
Oh.
But it became a massive debate, and then it rolled on to that night's live stream. And the guy who'd made all the complaints came on to that night's live stream. I didn't know he was on it, and I started talking about it and addressing it, and had a full and frank discussion with all of the viewers. And fair play to him, he apologised.
Oh.
And he said, I see I was wrong. You know, you're clearly not homophobic. You know, you're clearly comfortable with and okay to make a joke about this, that and the other. And he fully apologised and resubscribed. But in the debate, and it did go on, Ross, Dinosaur Dad, has got his son is homosexual, and he pointed out some of the things that he said that weren't now acceptable.
That weren't?
Mm.
Really?
Mm. My word for a cigarette is not acceptable.
What's that? We never should eat it.
Just a bit of chicken, wasn't it?
Didn't look like it though. It looked like something else.
I was quite taken aback by that, by the initial accusation.
Mm. Yeah, I would have been as well. Because actually, all we really do is just have a bit of fun. It's not, there's no actual, there's nothing behind any of it.
Well, I wondered in the debate, I said, is it offensive or demeaning if we, as two straight men, and we were accused of being camp as well, so I said, is it offensive if we're actually two straight men but we pretend to be gay or pretend to be camp or whatever? Because I was genuinely, made me stop and think. And it's a shame you missed all of this. But then eventually the lovely Max came on.
Oh yeah.
And said, don't worry, you're absolutely fine. Nothing that you do is genuinely offensive. He said, it's just them choosing to take offence where none was meant. He said, so fuck them. And I said, well, maybe not literally. That would be quite a major change in lifestyle.
Yeah, it would. Well, for me anyway. What do you reckon the most offensive thing I've said on video is?
Gosh, I don't know. Probably that my YouTube channel is not any good. Now the YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah, completely wrong.
Yeah, I'm not a nice guy.
I want that meat now.
Ah, you see.
I think, well, actually, I don't really want to be particularly PC about things. I think it's providing you're not actually trying to offend anyone. You should be able to just be a bit more free to say things that just pop into your head. Because after all, if it's all about saying something that you find amusing, that's the purpose of it, not to upset anyone. But clearly I overstepped the mark when I talked about private registration numbers.
Oh, did you? Did you get grief over that?
Yeah.
What did you say? That anybody with a cherished number is a twat?
No. I didn't say anything like that.
What did you say?
I just made fun of the idea of it. In particular, the gas ban. There's a plumber knocking around with his van He's got a new Volkswagen van. He's got it all sign written for what he does with gas appliances and stuff like that. And then the private registration has the word gas in it as well.
Mm.
And I just suggested that it's well he did that because otherwise you wouldn't really know what it was all about. And somebody actually took offence to it. But I don't know whether that particular person is back amongst my viewers or not.
A YouTuber on Twitter, a motoring YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look on Twitter, but I get notifications because I don't know how to turn them off. And he put a photo up of his car and registration, having a right go at the police, saying, you know, obviously there's no crime, there's no problem, nothing wrong in the country because the police have got the time to seek him down and fine him for having a number plate spaced incorrectly so that it spells out his name.
Mm.
And I looked at that and I thought, the problem isn't the police here, the problem is you, you're a dick. In fact, I would say that he was a double dick. Because you're a dick for spacing your number plate so it looks like your name or the name of your car or something.
Yeah.
But you're a double dick for then complaining when you get caught. He could have been a single dick if he said, I did this, I knew it was illegal,
And bang to rights.
I got caught, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep the pottage down to single figures.
I agree. It's not offensive. It's not crime of the century. But even so, it's one of those things where it's clear what you are and what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, if you get done for it, then it's because of your own actions. And as simple as that.
Have you ever had a number plate where you've done that?
No.
I have. I've had two.
Oh, I know you have.
And I bought them very deliberately.
Mm.
I bought A12 LXM and I bought A13 LXM. And it was during my Citroen phase. And I put them on two XMs, one a 2 litre, one a 3 litre. And I spaced them A1 2L XM and A1 3L XM.
And you got prosecuted for it?
No.
Okay.
I just eventually sold the cars with them on. But if I had got caught, then... No, the one I got into trouble was where when I had a number plate that I didn't own and didn't belong to the car.
Yeah.
That was a terrible night.
Oh, you got banged up, didn't you?
I didn't get banged up. I got arrested, interviewed under caution, and then just as I was about to be let go, I was re-arrested and re-interviewed under caution. In the initial interview, I got away with saying, I'm really sorry. I've got a classic car dealership. It's standard that I take the original registrations off the car while they're on display in the showrooms and put a non-age related plate on. And I just do it on all of the cars. I'm having an unexpected day out with my missus and kids, and I just completely forgot to swap the number plates back. I'm really, really sorry. Just one of those things. And they sort of said, yeah, okay, right, well, you know, we'll deal with this and so on. And then just as I was about to walk out, they re-arrested me because they'd spotted that this so-called display plate was JPH 30, and my initials were JPH, and I was 30 years old. So I was rearrested at that point, and I said, yeah, well, this is going to sound daft, but you imagine the number of cars I've got going through my hands. You run out of number plates to put on. You have to think of things. So I use the initials and names of all the staff. It just so happens that this one has got mine on it.
Clever. But not clever enough.
Well, I kind of got away with it. I got a caution in the end.
Did you get a fine?
No. I had to go into the police station. I was asked. They rang up and said, will you accept a caution for this offence? I said, yeah. And they said, right, you're going to come into the station. And receive your caution from a sergeant. And I wasn't looking forward to this, because I thought, oh, this is going to be a bit humiliating, you know. I've got to go in and I'm going to be told off as if I was a naughty boy. And when I went in, the guy who was going to caution me was a guy called Graham Wilson. And about 3 weeks before, I told him a 944 turbo. And we got on quite well. And he said, sit down. And I sat down. He said, cunt! That's your caution. And then we just talked about, well, we talked about what speed he'd managed to get out of his 944 on the M56 the other night.
Do you think that they could see past your quick thinking at all?
Oh, God, yeah. It was really obvious what I was doing.
But you'd said it, and how are they going to prove otherwise?
The tax disc was in the correct reg, and that makes a difference. I've been told to do that.
Who's that?
Can't see. If I'd done the tax disc, that would have been a much more serious crime.
Well, yeah.
Mind you, we were all doing it, and I was the only one who got clobbered. Rich had RS100 on his for ages. Trout had TCC 100.
Trout.
Oh yeah. We had this thing at work. All the staff had like names, and everybody had a rank, and they could be promoted or demoted, you know. So Trouty was, well, he was a private when he joined us, and his name was Peter Rainbow.
Oh, right.
So obviously he became Private Trout, didn't he?
Rainbow.
Yeah, right. His name was Peter Rainbow.
That sounds like a made-up name.
No, that's his actual name.
Sounds like the kind of name I'd make up.
We're still friends. We're friends on Facebook.
He's still called Peter Rainbow.
So yeah, so Rainbow Trout, and he was Private Trout from the day he came to the day he left. Ian Hunter was Private Hillman. There was a massive argument about my promotion to captain. Goat said that I could never make it past corporal because I hadn't been to officer school. I was working class, and my sort of people didn't become a commissioned officer.
Are you working class?
I don't think so. I don't think I am now, anyway. As to whether I was, that's a good question. I came from a working class environment, living in poverty on a council estate. But both of my parents had very middle class backgrounds, and they just happened to have been taken poor. So I don't know if that makes me working class or not. And I would argue that now, with my lifestyle and education and professional history, I would argue that I'm firmly middle class.
I'm just an annoying toss bag.
We have this debate at work all the time.
I win.
Well done. So obviously they have a caste system which is set in stone.
Yeah.
And we'd always argued about whether I'm saki or bound.
What do you think?
I think I'm bound. And they say I can't be bound because I eat beef. And I eat pork. Except I don't. Never eat pork. Except I occasionally eat bacon.
That doesn't count, does it?
Not in my book.
If is it possible to be a vegetarian and eat bacon?
What would you say?
Well, you'd think that it'd be impossible, wouldn't you? You can't possibly be a vegetarian and eat bacon. But what if it wasn't by choice?
See, I've got an opinion on this.
There's a surprise.
And I need to talk about the Italian mafia. Now,
You sure?
yeah. So, suppose I were to say to you, is it possible for a man to have sex with a man and not be gay?
We've had a conversation like this before, haven't we?
Are we?
I think so, yeah.
Now, in the mafia, obviously, if you're gay, you'll get killed in a very unpleasant way.
Right, yeah.
Not acceptable to be gay. However, if you go to prison because you don't rat out your mates and you have sex with men, that doesn't count.
Right.
You get a pass.
Yeah. Is it because you've done the honourable thing and gone to prison?
Yeah.
Right.
And you've got no other choice.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I think it'd be the same thing with vegetarians and bacon. I think they'd be allowed to eat bacon and still be a vegetarian.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, well, I could say, right, so instances where you could still be a vegetarian and eat bacon would be, for one, if you sleep eat bacon. Every night you find yourself down in the kitchen, completely unconscious, eating bacon.
But why would you have bacon in the house if you were vegetarian? Surely that would...
You could, maybe you live with a non-vegetarian, or maybe you buy it for the cat, or maybe you buy it subconsciously.
Oh, so now you're sleep shopping as well. You'd have to be a really deep sleeper to survive a trip to Tesco.
Yeah.
Without waking up.
Well, I mean, presumably you do it quite often, so you're well versed in this.
Do you think you could get away with shoplifting by saying, I'm sorry, I'm asleep?
Yeah. I reckon you could. But would you be spotted? You'd have to be doing it deliberately to get away with it.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, you'd have to look visibly asleep and visibly sleepwalking. So, right, as you walk in the shop...
Do people look visibly asleep when they sleepwalk?
Yeah.
They do that
zombie
they don't really do that.
They do, that's what they do. So they walk around like that. So you're either someone sleepwalking or a zombie, and either way, you shouldn't wake them up.
You're mixing up somnambulists and zombies there.
Yeah.
I used to sleepwalk all the time.
Did you?
Yeah.
And how often did you... How often did you buy bacon?
Never once. I just woke up somewhere weird.
What, still in the house or out of the house?
No, at the house.
Oh, brilliant. Well, not brilliant, no.
And I always slept naked then.
That's another thing then. Okay, you don't have to do that, but if you see a naked man looking kind of glazed, naked in Sainsbury's, chances are he's either sleepwalking or pretending to be sleepwalking.
Right. I woke up on my lawn, naked. I woke up putting the bin out, naked.
What? It woke you up? Noisy bin?
I've got no idea.
Right.
I just woke up and I'm on my lawn, stark naked. I woke up on top of Mel.
Was you drunk the night before?
Well, obviously, yeah.
I'll tell you something. Well, I once slept over at this girlfriend's house that I had. And she was quite keen on us sleeping naked. So we'd both be naked.
Right.
And she lived with her parents.
Okay.
And I woke up about 2 in the morning to go for a wee without putting any clothes on. Walked in the wrong room as I came back. Walked in the parents' bedroom.
Wonderful.
They didn't wake up though. At least, I don't think they did. Right, yeah, so eating bacon in your sleep is one example. So what we need is a whole load of excuses for eating bacon whilst being a vegetarian.
Why
as a service
why do we need this?
to help people out.
I mean, I'm not a vegetarian.
But bacon, cooking bacon is supposed to be the one thing that vegetarians...
The cure for vegetarianism.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's bollocks, really. But obviously, most people, when they smell bacon cooking, it makes them want to eat it.
Yeah.
Whereas you wouldn't do that if you smell cabbage necessarily.
I believe that it is a hangover cure. Bacon. Bacon cures most things.
Bacon bits.
Well,
What if you cooked it so well it went all brittle and crumbled it up? Then you'd have bacon powder.
what do you think about artificial bacon? Bacon.
Well, there's another one. You could buy artificial bacon. Because,
What do you think about vegetarians?
But let me finish one thing.
All right.
You could buy real bacon and say, "Oh, I thought it was the pretend stuff," and then eat it. And then you could say, or you could say, right, well, don't eat it then because it's the real thing and you're a vegetarian. Well, then what you would say is, yeah, but a pig's died for this. So if I don't eat it, I'm wasting the piggy's life.
Ah, well, that's the thing, isn't it?
It is.
And it's called Oh, what's it called? I can't remember.
That bit.
You're vegetarian, but you're allowed to. Is it? But you're allowed to eat anything that's free or something,
Ah, right, I see.
or anything that's. I can't remember exactly how it works. What do you think about? Okay, I've got a question.
Good.
Who is more smug, vegans or joggers?
Well, do either of them have to be smug?
They all are.
Well, I've known plenty. Yeah. Well, I know a few vegans.
And
They don't come across as being smug, as in, I'm better than you because I don't eat what you eat.
how do you know they're vegan? Because they told you. They always tell you
Well, yeah,
when you don't need to know.
but
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm vegan.
hi, I'm Dave. I'm a jogger.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Toby. I've got a piercing through my penis. We should all introduce ourselves with something that defines us. So, if being a vegan is the biggest part of your life, or a really big part of your life, that would explain why.
Okay, if you had to introduce yourself to somebody then and define yourself in like one word or one phrase, what would it be?
I don't know, because I've never had the urge to. I think if I was a vegan, I wouldn't tell people about it.
Hi, I'm Mustard. I spend my life wishing I was richer and more famous.
That's not one word, though, is it?
I said one word or phrase.
All right. That sounds immensely creepy. Just introducing yourself in that way, wouldn't it?
It's true though.
Well, yeah, but just because it's true, it doesn't mean you have to say it. Which is your point in the first place, isn't it?
Oh, like if you were a serial killer and you were going on a date, so you wouldn't say, well, let's tell each other one interesting thing about us. So, for example, when I was 17, I won International Gymnast of the Year. Your turn. Well, I'm a serial killer. I've already murdered 17 people, and you're going to be number 18.
Well, no, you wouldn't say that.
Did you want dessert?
You wouldn't say that. You'd be more likely to say,
Imagine being on a date with somebody, and you're a serial killer, and they ordered dessert. You'd be really pissed off, wouldn't you?
no.
I would be. Because you're going to have to pay for a dessert, and, they might as well not eat at all.
Well, yeah, I mean, I see your point, but why go on a date in the first place? Why not just meet around the back for a quick murdering session?
Because,
Didn't your mum ever tell you, don't get murdered on a full stomach?
How would you find your victim? Going on a date's the easiest way to find a victim, isn't it?
I don't know. You seem to be speaking with some sort of authority on this.
I've done a lot of planning. I've watched a lot of documentaries.
Why do I think Derek's a good name for a serial killer?
I don't know.
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm a serial killer. But don't worry, I only murder people I don't like, or people that annoy me. Or, well, I mean, those that leave me disappointed.
Right, Derek off. You start.
Good. Yeah.
You can't think of one, can you?
I can't actually, no. Derek the car.
Derek as in Derek and the Dominoes.
Ah, good. Yeah, that's Eric though, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, it's Eric Clapton.
Yeah, but...
Oh, was it? It was Derek and the Dominoes.
But it was Derek and
Where
the
did the D come from?
Oh, his mummy, I suppose.
Derek Cumberland.
Who the you made that up?
So everyone's got a made-up name at some point.
All right, then Derek Barstool.
Oh yeah, good one. It's not a very good name, is it, Derek?
No.
What would you prefer to be called, Derek or Nigel?
Nigel.
Yeah, well, Nigel's cool these days.
Is it?
Yeah. Hey, can you imagine this? You know how children often get named after celebrities?
Why did you name your card after Nigel Farage? Is it because you're a huge fan?
No, it wasn't named after Nigel Farage.
It was.
It wasn't.
What?
It wasn't. It was named after we're only making plans for Nigel.
That's just something you invented when you were when Nigel Farage became embarrassing. When you used to campaign for him around Rochdale, you used to be very proud.
Yeah.
If you met Nigel Farage, the real one, not me,
Yeah.
do you think you'd like him?
I don't know.
All right.
I think he's.
Who would you rather have lunch with here in the Caravan? Nigel Farage or Boris Johnson?
The obvious. It's obvious, really. Boris is probably going to be quite entertaining to have lunch with.
And it rounds shaggy afterwards.
Well, he might do, yeah. But I'll just make it clear that that's not a part of the deal.
Because he's the sort of man to respect other people's limits, isn't he?
Who would you go for then?
Oh, I'd go for Boris.
Would you?
Yeah. Just for the sex.
Right. Well, you don't want to. You don't want to have lunch with Nigel Farage because you'd get mixed up, wouldn't you?
I suspect that if I actually met Nigel Farage, I suspect I'd like him. Because I suspect he's all an act.
All an act.
Bit like Boris. I suspect he just puts on this whole act for his own career progression.
Well, possibly.
Like Boris pretending to want Brexit because that was best for him politically. He never believed it personally. He only did the whole Brexit campaign because it was the best thing he could do politically.
Well, he was stuck in the middle of it, wasn't he? He didn't really have much choice.
Of course he had a choice.
Well, I mean, he could have.
He wasn't stuck in the middle of it at all. How was he?
Well, because he ended up being Prime Minister after Cameron got. Did he get voted out, Cameron? I can't remember.
No, he resigned.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Cameron, typical. What he basically did is that was, as far as I'm concerned, the referendum was basically a not a publicity thing, but he wanted to get people on side. So there's this idea of leaving the European Union has been there for many people for many years.
Yeah.
That, that'll get me popular. That's what I reckon. He did it for popularity, and then he realised he'd bitten off more than he could chew.
No, he didn't though, did he? Completely the opposite happened.
Well, yeah, but
It was Boris who did it for publicity.
no. I think he did it initially, thinking that it wouldn't end up going through. That the numbers would stack against it.
Oh, well, that's certainly true.
But if it realised that they
Yeah, but Cameron always, David Cameron always canvassed Remain. He agreed to have the referendum because that was a policy promise. That's what got the Conservatives back into power without having to do a power share.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
But that was just, as soon as he announced it, he made it very clear that he was in favour of Remain. It was Boris who ran the Brexit campaign. He didn't believe in any of it. He's much more of a European than Cameron ever was. He was the ultimate European. You know, he worked there, he lived there, he loved it. But he pretended to be in favour of Brexit.
Who, Boris?
Yeah.
All right.
And I think Farage does the same thing. I think I think it's all an act. And underneath it all is, well, he's what he is, a smart city man who made a fortune in the city and put on a silly act so that he got voted in as an MEP and could go off on lovely foreign jollies and champagne on the beach at Knockalazoot. £100,000 expense accounts.
Yeah. It's not fair. You had to buy my lunch today.
I didn't have to.
No,
I could have just said, look, you brought me here under false pretenses. I'm leaving.
Yeah, you could have done that. And put your penis away straight away. Do you ever feel that the...
You are going to do 2 weeks in a row, though, so
Oh, yeah.
I'll get my own back.
No, don't worry. I know. Do you ever feel that... Do you ever feel disappointed by the unequal sharing of money?
Yeah.
Because it isn't... it's not just all about hard work and people getting rich because they deserve it. It is, a big chunk of it is luck.
It really annoys me. When it upsets me most, if I'm completely honest, and I think I've told you this before, so it won't come as a surprise, is your live streams.
Right.
When you get money on your live streams, I think that's deeply unfair. I genuinely do. I was talking to Simon and Matt about this yesterday.
Yeah.
I was asking about your live stream, and they said, oh yeah, it was a good one. I said, did he get any money? And they said, yeah, he did. Ah, shit. And I was trying to explain to them that it's a weird competitive thing. Now, I'm on record as saying that you should get a lot more money for the work that you put into YouTube. I want you to earn a large amount of money.
But you don't want me to be earning more than you.
I just want to have the same, if not more.
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough, and I agree with you.
Yeah, I reckon I work as hard as you do now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, you have the disadvantage of actually having to be at work every evening.
Yeah.
And as you say...
You work in your YouTube studio.
Well...
I got a video... Last week, I got a video a day out. And I worked my ass off over the weekend so that on Saturday morning, because of course I was going out on Sunday, Saturday morning I put out, edited and put up Saturday night's video, last night's video and tonight's video. So that it was a full week with one a day.
Yeah.
Plus 4 lives, plus working full time. That's pretty much your day. It means you do nothing else.
Yep, I know. You do manage to keep... I'm impressed by how long you leave them before you put them up, and you're doing it to pace yourself, which is the correct thing to do. What I've been trying to do...
I did. I'll tell you why I did it. You mean why our lunch video went up yesterday? Right. On Saturday, I knew that I was going to be up against time because the Saturday night video had to be edited, and then I got to do Sunday and Monday as well. So I saved the 2 videos which would be the quickest to do, and there's the 2 that don't get edited, they only get topped and tailed.
Yeah.
So that was the lunch video, which is just a quick top and tail, and the driving home from work challenge, which is going out tonight, and that's again unedited apart from a top and tail. So that's why those got saved for, and I'm going to do that going forward. So this will go out next Sunday, and during the week I'll do another driving home from work in wet leg or boo, and that'll go out. That'll be next Mondays. I'm having to do that because I'm really struggling for the time now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I'm getting to the point where you think, am I being bloody stupid? Because people are telling me how tired I look. And I'm thinking, right, I'm getting up early in the morning now. It's partly time of year. you know, you just naturally, circadian rhythms, you naturally wake up earlier, feel more alert earlier. But I'm getting up in the morning to get a video edited and uploaded and everything by 12 o'clock. So then I've got 12 to 3 to make the next day's video. And then I'm having a shower, going to work, getting home from work. Within 10 minutes of getting in, I'm doing a live stream. And then I'm rushing to have supper and get to sleep so that I can get up early again the next day. And I'm doing all of that for about £2 a day.
Yeah.
And that's got to be fucking stupid.
It is. It is.
Unless
stupid.
it's working towards something.
Well,
And I'm not convinced that it is.
I thought you was properly in control of this as well. I'm highly disappointed in you.
In control in what sense?
Well, I thought you had a vision. I thought you had this idea that this year you and I would be both famous. We'd be on TV, and it was all down to you saying the right things to the right people.
I've still got that vision, but people aren't doing what they should do. And I can't control that. So, part of my vision, by this point, I'm supposed to have about 10,000 subscribers, and my video should be getting a minimum of 5,000 views. Now, people haven't subscribed and people aren't viewing. That's not my fault.
They are subscribing though.
Not enough.
Mine are still trickling. Mine are just trickling away. Ugh. 4,118.
Do you think it'll get to the point where if we don't become big and famous, are we going to get to a point where we say, right, fuck it, tried it, it's not worked?
No.
Because we just enjoy it anyway.
If
you were demonetised tomorrow,
yeah,
would you still make the videos?
Yeah.
Me too.
Hang on, one message.
Oh. Have I got one?
No.
To whom it may concern, I'm the activity coordinator at the Firs Nursing Home.
Yeah. Should we get to bed?
I would like a cigarette. Hello, Mr. Hoggy Hedgehog.
Hello.
Hedge pig.
Right, so could you tell
I'm so
me,
stuffed.
does this look like someone you know?
No.
It does. Just can't think of who it is.
Well, actually, it does.
Right.
Looks like Lindsay's older daughter.
All right.
God, I'm full.
Well, I'm not. I could have quite happily,
You've got Cherry Dodgers and Tunnock's caramel wafers.
I know.
You went starved.
Hey, that's not even stale, that's good.
49 minutes.
49 minutes of...
We might as well keep going now to get to the hour.
Oh, what, really?
Or do it live. Oh, do you fancy doing a live this afternoon? We got nothing else planned, have we?
No, we haven't, have we? It's typical, isn't it? Yeah, maybe...
We could set 2.
Your idea that you gave me the last week,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if I do it, I've got to be constantly giving you credit for it, for actually suggesting that's what I should do. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea.
And I'm going to go and have a fag. So that's about that. Thank you for watching, if anybody still is. And do tune in the next time that Mustard and Boaty do lunch. Where's my fags? Oh, they're in my pocket.
Oh, they're in my pocket.